I'm now live, it says. See if it works. I've been missing doing live videos, so maybe I will try doing it again and have fun with you guys. With you and you and you and you and you. Not you. You've never been fun. Anyway, I'm just trying to again come back to doing this a little bit. See if anyone wants to connect with me. There were some people at the Philly show that I thought would enjoy chatting live with me. This is one of the pens I got at Philly. Hey, Fox Valley Elgin Pens. Do I know you? Would you like to join me live? Fox Valley. This is kind of a nice little pen, this little Morrison. Why can't I get my camera to show more? So I have this pen in sterling silver. I don't think I have it in gold fill, so I'll just keep it, put it in with my other Morrison. I do have a friend here that collects these things, so maybe he'll end up with it at some point. But it's so lightweight compared to a Waterman pen of this. Would you like to join me on here live so I can see your pretty face or your desk? Anyway, this will go over here in my pocket, which will go over there in my drawer. This one, which I did not realize had a crack there, has a lovely Conklin nib, which I will put on a Conklin pen. Let's see. This was supposed to be another Conklin, and it could very well be an All-American. Conklin. Babysitting your kid? Well, so what sort of pens do you collect, Fox? Ooh, what a lovely nib this one has. Sort of the wrong section, but you collect Watermans. Any particular kind of Waterman? Do you like the hard rubber era or the plastic era? Or do your pens have to be all the fancy ones with all of the glitter and gloss? Boy, this has all sorts of shit in it, doesn't it? Pre-1929. Well, those are pretty damn sweet. And do you do anything with these pens other than collect them? Do you write with them? Do you draw with them? Come on, get out of there. See, all of this fringy shit. This section was too small, so someone put all this goop in here. Well, the workhorses are pretty sweet. I must say that a pen that you know will do what you want it to do without any tiresome feedback. See, look at this. This was put in there. This piece of paper. It's God, it's a bandage. It's a fabric bandage. That's what it is. And that was put in here because this is the wrong section. Because clearly this falls right out. So anyway, this might have been for just a regular Conklin pen. Yeah, a fabric bandage. Yeah, I remember those. Another Conklin nib. I think what I'll do, I'm going to take both these nibs out, put them on a Conklin pen, keep this, put them in my Conklin drawer. They were made by the Conklin Company. The link above is one of your works. What link above? Did you send me a link? Email it to me. How about that? So these two nibs will go in here. I have my bag of Conklins. Here's my bag of Conklins. I'll just throw them in here. That's what I'll do. These will eventually go into a drawer. I'll probably do that today. Oh, I was going to find out whether this donut is needed on a pen that I own. So don't go away. Stay right here. Right back. Well, it turns out that I need 2 donuts. And I have a feeling this donut is going to be too small. I mean, I might be able to pry it open and use it, but I don't want to do that, do I? Let's pretend I do want to do that. Why isn't it prying open on that one? I was doing it on this one. I see this one is a little smaller. Well, I'll just leave it on this one. And I'm sure I don't have a cap to fit this. It's broken anyway. See, this has threads here. So I have a feeling that maybe there's something more broken with this one. Doesn't look like it though. This could have had a slip cap. They made them. For these pens. I wonder if a regular black donut would go in here. Come on, donut. Red ink. I have the big quarts or whatever they are. Is that a 32 ounce? I don't remember how ounces work. How many ounces in a thing? But I've got one of many of those big bottles. Once upon a time, I traded a blue duofold senior for 28 quarts. It's a quart, 48 quarts of Waterman ink in the boxes, and that was, I think, a good deal. I sold lots of bottles of ink. Here's another one. This can be fixed, I think. Does this have a section that works? Yep. So I can fix these two. What's in a quart? The 32 ounces in a quart. Is there any others here that... This has a nib. But this is broken. Damn it. Let's see if I can get that out. Well, it's not coming out easily right now, but it might come out easily another time. 32 is 1 quart. So, yes, I have quart bottles. This nib comes out. I'm going to dump it in here to soak it out. This is cracked. This is cracked. I don't throw those away. I just keep them. Maybe someday I'll find. Okay, this one, this can go on here, right? Yay. Okay, where's the cap for this? Crescent thing I can take from here. Right? Put that in here. Now I just need a cap for this one. Set that in there. Does this go in this? I can put a nib on here. That's a perfectly legit. Well, see, this is missing its clip. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm doing because I'm probably doing it off camera. Sorry about that. That's a crack on this one. See if I can pull this out. It's all good. Okay, take this out. Can this go on here? Yes. Is that a crack? Is that a scratch? I don't know. Oh wow, this is a screw-on one. Hate when that happens. Here's an example of not knowing. So this is a screw-on section, and the sections sometimes, well, this section screws on, but it's the wrong threading. This donut is too big. So, I mean, this crescent is too tall. To find a different crescent for that one. What's wrong with this one? Nothing? Okay. This is fine. It needs a cap. Cap is needed. Donut and cap are needed. This has a crack. Okay. Aha, look at this. Cap. There's a crack in the cap here, but that doesn't bother me as much. Fits the wrong pattern of cap. Okay, this one works. No crack. Look at that. Perfect. Needs a donut. Needs a donut and a thing. Nib section. Does this fit in here? No. Okay, where does this one go? No. Could fit that size. Oh well. So this and this, do they fit? They do. But they're the wrong size. Wrong match. Anyway, so these things can go into my repair area. Do I have a cap for this? No. That fits, but anyway, I've got two of these I can fix and sell. Yay, or fix and keep. Even better. These go back in my drawer. Is this working? This needs a donut. And a nib and a feed, which I have right here. think what I'll do is, I don't know if I have a donut to fit that narrow one. Oh well. Okay, these can go in the Conklin drawer. So I found the bottom of this pen that I discovered was broken. I found this in my suitcase, the bottom part. Again, I have no idea how that happened. You do that, it looks okay. Doesn't look okay when you put the cap on. Okay. So Fox Valley Elgin pens, what is your favorite size Waterman to write with? Otto and Todd seem to think the number 5 is the perfect size. I'm not that dogmatic, is that the word I want? You could join for 5 minutes or in 5 minutes. Oops, shit, stay. I'm going to click on that link and join me. Why is this pen here? I remember it had a broken nib. Let's say you love 55. Well, come on live to tell me that face to face. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Oh, good, this is coming out. Okay, this can come out. Oh, in 5 minutes, okay. Well, send me a text when you do. I'll resend the link if I need to. Okay, that goes there. What's this one doing? Okay, this is the one that has the broken section. And the nib is pretty tight. Well, let's fix that. Let's just get our block and our little hammer. Ouch. Okay, my little hammer. Bigger hammer. There we go. Bigger hammer still. By the nib sure wants to stay in there. Okay, so this works. But this is broken. Throw that out. Rob Ick. Hello, Robic. So there's a perfectly good Conklin nib. Needs to come out. Okay, so I got that nib out. Okay, what else do I have in here? This one, swan, another swan. I'm not one to use heat in the first place. You know, I could, but if there's a way where I don't have to, I won't. It's still kind of tight. So I'll put this back. Now these walls of this era sometimes had metal sleeves here, which corrode and expand. They're supposed to keep cracks from happening, but actually what they do is make cracks happen. Soak that some more. This one I bought had a broken nib, so why am I buying a pen with a broken nib? Well, I bought this pen because of the cap. Otis, the Otis Elevator Company. So what I'm going to do is put a good nib in here. Here. This pen, Parker Senior in Deluxe. Oh, just pulled the nib out without realizing it. This is a really flexible nib. Why is this not coming out? Every once in a while you'll find a streamlined duofold that unscrews rather than is friction fit. So let's hope it's not one of those. Put that back. Okay. This pen is a pen I've owned for a long, long time. CMYG from EHBA 1923. And it's a Waterman 475 or 476, meaning it's a screw cap, screw eyedrop filler, screw cap. So, but every time I use it and fill it, it gets clogged in here. The threads get stuck. So I wanted to fill it with water. So I'll do that again. Here's the feed for that. So I'll fill this with water out of the tap, and hopefully it'll come undone. I could fill it with water and put the feed and nib back in and write with it. I fill it with ink. or fill it with gin, for that matter. So this is full of water now. So I'm going to put this back and write with it, maybe all day long. Maybe that'll give the threads a chance to think about that. They're just going to have to think about being stuck, clogged. Okay, can I? Here we go. So the ink add to stage. Uh-oh. This way. Fox Valley Elgin pens. Can you hear me, see me? I see you in the...
Sure, if you could see me or hear me.
I can see you and I can hear you.
Okay. You can see the stuff on my table?
I can see the stuff on your table.
All right, cool.
And you're showing me this to make me envious and jealous, right?
No, come on. I mean, you seriously have the best of the best stuff here.
Actually, you have you suddenly went away. Try again. That wasn't me doing that. That was either you or the gods. Okay, where'd the cap go to this thing? Come on, cap.
This is my first one that I'm connected to with you.
Okay, well, welcome to my nightmare. So.
No, I love your videos. They're very helpful and help us understand what to do with some of these things.
Well, what I do is try to show what I like about pens and talk about what I like about them, but never to the point where I will tell you or anyone else that you have to like them for the same way. And if a fact actually happens in my by accident, shows up in my feed or my YouTubes, it's entirely by accident. And Todd Merrill is more than happy to tell me that I'm wrong.
We all love Todd and Otto, so it's always a pleasure.
Have you met Todd and Otto in the flesh before?
Todd, yes, when he was back here in the Chicago Pen Show. I am based off of Chicago area.
Okay.
Yeah, but Otto not yet, but eventually.
Well, he certainly goes to the LA show because that's where he lives.
Yep.
And he did live in Boston for years and years and years, and that's how I know him. And I think I sold him his second pen. And so we go way back. Anyway, let's not talk about this. And Scarf just is here. It's been so long since I've been doing these live streams, I sort of forget who people are. So Scarf, who are you? So these they look to be all Watermans to me.
Yeah, I pretty much collect Watermans, and so that's my passion, and I enjoy writing with them from time to time. So here is some of my writing that I did, and so I'm trying to learn. I'm new to the collection, so I've started around. Go ahead.
Oh, anyway. Yes, you started when?
I started around 2020, January 2020, and into the world of the vintage Waterman. And it started with an accident. I'm pretty sure we all did when I picked up one ballpoint pen and it didn't work, and then the other one and the third one, and I tossed them all into the trash. And I said, you know what? I'm going to order a fountain pen. I used to write with them, loved the
Yeah.
experience. Why not pick them up again? And so off I went to Jet Pens and ordered a few over there. I'm not sponsored by them at all.
Yeah.
That's just my experience.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. So just ordered some. And then I wasn't satisfied. I kept on looking around, and then it just happened to be that I ended up getting my very first vintage fountain pen off of eBay. This guy right here.
Right there.
And
An 055 054 and a half V.
yeah,
Is it a V? Okay.
it's a 0512 and a half VPSF. So
512.
just a,
So it's an
yeah,
eyedrop filler.
yeah. No, this
Oh,
isn't the eyedropper one. This is still with the lever filler mechanism. I
05.
do
So
have,
I thought the 5 was supposed to be in the tens place. What is the number on the back?
this is 0512 and a half. Is it readable for you?
0512. I just don't understand. I 05 means 05 means gold fill.
Hmm.
0552 and a half V would be a gold filled lever filling number 2 pen that's thin and short.
Hmm.
So
That is correct.
so in front of the 2, that has a 2 as the nib size.
Yes, it's a size 2 nib.
And what's the number before the 2 then?
One.
You said it's a 1? I don't get
Hmm.
that. Unless
Yeah,
that's
so
unless it's a PSF or whatever they pocket self filler. Maybe that was
yeah,
it.
I believe that is the case because it says VPSF, and
Okay, so that
if
was yeah, okay. Never mind.
yeah,
Yes. That
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah, I do have the eyedropper ones. I've got few of them. Um, they're rare to find any anywhere among this size and this type of pen. The lever
Uh-huh.
fillers are the most common ones that I find.
Yeah, they are.
Uh, to be very good pens for starters. For anybody who's starting into it, these are one of my favorite ones. Very flexible nibs, good on grip, easy to use.
But you could
The
even
only,
be even a better starter pen would be to buy one that doesn't have the gold overlay, just the plain hard
yeah,
rubber. That
yeah,
would be easier and quite a bit cheaper, and
it is.
by $100 cheaper probably or something. So
Probably,
um,
yeah,
you anytime you add metal to the top of the hard rubber, you're adding a,
becomes expensive.
a zero or two to the price.
Yeah,
Uh, so
yeah.
what's the pen next to it? A Sterling, or is that gold fill as well?
No, this one is a sterling. This is
Uh,
the hand
and
engraved.
hand engraved
Yeah,
on. Okay, nice.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So,
Huh. So that should be a 452 and a half V.
yep, that is exactly what it is.
Nice.
Yeah. So this one, I ended up getting it from Greg Manuskin,
Okay.
and had enjoyed it for quite some time. Um, he's amazing with these pens, the way that he get the nibs going. So enjoyed it.
Good.
But yeah, and then the next one is Secretary, the 12 and a half Secretary.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, here we go.
With a big
So
old gold band on it.
yep, this
Or
is
what?
not the
Gold band.
14K. Yeah, I usually don't find these with the 14K
Okay.
because I think they were designed to be more cost effective for a lot of reasons and practically just easy for people to purchase this size, the pen, the
Yeah.
nib. Yeah.
Often, there. I have a few pens that were made, for example, by the Carter Pen Company, that were
Yep.
made without clips, without without any trim. They're just the plainest pen that they never sold, but they used it in the factory or at the company to supply to their staff. And it's just nice that, the staff were forced to remain humble, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. Yeah. And next
Um,
to it is the number 12. This, I have a tie when you were asking what is your favorite pen size to use, and I think it's between a 55 and several other models that Waterman made between 12, 13, and 14. And I really enjoy these pens too. Very easy to use, easy filling mechanism, at least for me. I find that the eyedropper pens are just a delight to work with.
the only drawback with those might be that if your hand is hot, 98
Mhm.
0.6 degrees or whatever, and you're uh, writing something for a long time and keeping the pen aimed down as you're writing, your hand will heat up the pen,
Yeah,
and the pen will heat up the air inside and the ink inside, and there'll be a big blob of ink coming out.
correct.
Whereas a pen that has a lever and a sack, there's all sorts of air in between the barrel and the sack to equalize and stuff, so you won't have that problem.
Correct.
Um, but they are so sweet and they're so simple and they work so well. And if you just every once in a while put them face up to let the ink and the air uh, equalize or whatever the word is, then you'll be fine. Okay, next. So you've got big old
Y-
0555, 0555
Oh,
or something.
no, this is yet another Goldfield, and it's actually an eyedropper. This is a 72.
Oh,
So yeah.
I think that
So
pen would look a lot better if I can say this with a. Can I see the end of the barrel again? Of,
end of the barrel,
not the barrel, but take aim it aim it to the side.
like this.
Is there any chasing on the end of the barrel?
No chasing at the end of the barrel.
I think that pen would look really sweet. If it had a cap that was smooth, hard rubber, and no clip. You
Yeah,
know the um, it's just and it seems like if that were factory, it would say 0572. So that band might have been put on later.
correct. Yep. I believe that this was a later add-on,
Yeah.
and this portion was probably added later. And they were probably customizing this for the needs of the customers. I could
Yeah.
see a
I
thin
mean,
line.
the cap could have been part of the pen, but in order to put that sleeve on, if that was done later, they might have had to, shave it down a bit or lathe it down or do something. But
Correct.
but or you just have two pens put together, which is fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got pens like that. Um,
Yeah.
but I think if you run across a plain black hard rubber cap and then save that cap that's on that pen now for a chased barrel that has a gold fill lever, you'll have two perfect pens.
I would try to find something like that in my pile of just the parts that I have. But this is how the pen came to me when I
Yeah.
purchased it.
No, I think
I
it's.
have
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that pen. I don't mean to be bad mouthing it. I just think I would love that pen. I think that pen with the big gold barrel would look so elegant if there was nothing drawing attention away from it, like the cap and the chasing and the frou frou on the cap. The cap has.
Yeah,
Do
I
you have a
certainly would like to find it
do you
and
have a
see if I
black
could find it.
do you have a black take the cap from the pen that's next to it. You said that's a 12, so that won't fit.
Yeah, 12 would not fit, and plus it's not threaded. This is the only one that is threaded, and
Okay.
then this 52, it has a perfect match here
Oh,
for it.
that's,
So
we don't want to change that, but
yeah, and this one has a different nib, which is quite sought after. So it's a music nib.
oh wow, well, that's sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering again. Uh, no, it's just beautiful. I'm
Yeah.
not wondering anything. And that's a number 2. So that's a
That's
52.
a number 2. Yes, that's a number 2. So the only music nibs that I have is in number 2 and number 5 that are Waterman, and then I have another number 5 that's a warranted one, and all of them are just lovely to write with. This pen is in
Oh, that's
excellent
beautiful.
shape when I purchased it, nice and glossy.
Uh, and it's still excellent. See, the pens when I get them that are excellent, I drop them and get them dinged up and dirty, scratched.
You and I both, yeah, we do that.
Uh, Um, my even though my power on this iPad is plugged in, I just got a low power thing, so I'll let it go down. It's at 10% now. I'll let it go down to maybe 8, and then I'll sign off. Because if I just crashes now, I'll lose everything.
Ah,
So then the other side, you've got a 55 or 56 wood grain.
this is a 55, yes, 55
Okay.
wood grain. Um, so again, in excellent condition, just a bit of a personalization there.
What's the name?
PJ's, sorry, you were saying something?
I was going to say, what is the name on it?
PJ
PJ
Sullivan.
Sullivan. Okay. Neat.
Yep. And it's just a lovely experience writing with that. And the writing sample with this is this guy right here. Um, it really leaves just crazy amount of inks on top of whatever you write. Just
Okay.
really nice
Good.
lines. Yeah.
I just want to
So
ask about the next one, and then I'm down to 9% now, so
sure.
I'll just let you talk about that one, which is
Yeah.
a fine
Fine
silver.
silver. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine
And what's it?
silver
12 or
12. This one is a 12.
okay. And
So
what's the engraving on that? I see beautiful script.
I can't really understand, but I think it is H
AHPP
B
or BP or
B.
BP it looks
Yeah,
like, or
yeah, yeah,
BR AHBR.
yeah.
I have I have a
AHBR.
I have a beautiful Wall Eversharp pen that has this Germanic script, uh, the old not Germanic, Gothic lettering, printed lettering, but the German script that they used to write with, where
Oh,
the R and the P, or the R and the E and the N all look identical. There's no, there's
hmm.
no difference between them, and the uh, the um, the script says PNU, and it has sort of the B thing, which is what they use for the two S's or the S sound sometimes in the old script. And so it was a slang term for penis.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Yeah, yeah. Those were the days when you could say and do
when you
anything
can
and get
say
away
and
with
do
it.
anything, you can engrave anything on a pen. You didn't have to be
Yeah,
politically correct.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's fun because I couldn't make out. There were letters that I couldn't make out, and I took a picture of it and sent it to this woman who's from Germany that I met at the Philly Pen Show, and she translated it for me, and then I looked it up to find out what it meant because and then it said that it was a slang term for for a little dick. I think it's specifically a little dick, not a dick, but just a little.
Probably a friend gifting it to another friend, and that's the only explanation that I would have for.
Yes.
But I personally like these engravings. It feels as if, and in some of the pens that I have, I feel that they represent what was being shared as a gift
Yeah.
among people of that time. Um, I have a Secretary 12.5 in red molten hard rubber, and it came with a box as simple as it could be, but it wasn't a Waterman box. It was just a Kaufman gold shop or goldsmith shop, and it said "With love to Vern," and then it had a date on it. And so those are things that I do value because there is some story behind it, there is
Uh,
some history behind it, and I like that.
I generally like to make up the stories because sometimes the real stories are just not interesting enough. So
Yeah.
uh, there's
Yeah.
one that I have that I bought last year at New Jersey that is a pen like this, a Wool all metal pen, and it
Yeah.
says "Golden Days" on the. Now it could have been a golden anniversary, but I imagined it as, here's my little story I made up in my head that
Yeah.
Teresa had tuberculosis and was at a summer uh, hospital sort of getaway from the big city. And every day, her strapping young nurse, male nurse, would wheel her out to get the sun. And when she was being packed up to leave to go back to New York City or wherever, she asked her mother to give to have buy a pen and have it engraved with golden days so this guy could remember their friendship. So the day after she left, he brings it down to the pawn shop and gets money to buy some gin. That's my story. I'm sticking with it.
Ah, that makes sense. Because those times were not easy.
No, they
Yeah,
weren't easy, and gin
yeah.
was important part of getting through
Gin
the
was
depression.
important for people to, yeah, yeah, as important as coffee is these days.
Okay, I'll show me one more out of that thing. My power levels back up to 10%. So,
Okay.
and I just want to say hi to Clemente Santos the fifth. So you have the you Watermans are the best, and but you must have other pens in your. I see a Skyline or two in the background.
Yes, I do. Yes. I actually changed the stack on these. You want to see these first?
Sure, sure, why not?
Okay. Yeah, so I wrote a sample with them, and this is how it looks like. Um, I love this pen. It's as simple as a pen could be. Beautiful design. I
I've always
really
loved
like
it. I love those designs. You know,
yeah.
they're
Um, Simple, easy maintenance. Change the sack. You got a brand new pen at that time, and the nibs are, can be up. I think I had a leak here. I probably dumped it down, put it
yeah.
down too hard, but um, yeah, really hard nibs on these. Beautiful nibs. They're just a delight to see how they did it. And the writing experience is just lovely. You could keep on writing and writing, and they're just, especially in this thickness, which is, I think it's anywhere between medium and broad, they have such a great ink flow that it is just smooth
Yeah.
writing experience compared to fine and extra fine, which gives you feedback. And I do enjoy that feedback too, because, I'm writing with a fountain pen. I like that experience.
Yes, it's like eating mashed potatoes with lumps in them. You know that they didn't come out of a box. They came
Hmm.
out of the ground.
Yeah.
Uh, I do love um, feedback. I don't find that
Yeah.
that actually helps me uh, uh, drive the car. Oh, here's its twin brother. I see this has a very. I'm wondering why I have this pen in my collection because the nib is a little bit more Johnny One Notey than I like. I mean, I can
Uh,
tell that by looking at it here. but I can see that it does have two notes. It can be medium and a little bit broader than that. Gray is a
Yeah.
very fragile color. You find a lot of them break on you.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Brown too. So here's even a plainer Jane version than the one that you've
Oh,
got,
yeah. Yeah.
where it's this is about as simple as they made them without even the
Sweet and
gold band
lovely.
at the bottom. This matches your battleship in the
Yeah.
backyard. The one I bought at Philly that I haven't broken yet. There were two that broke. One in the suitcase, and the other one I don't know where that happened. But this one has a name on it, Betty Nepper, and it has a Johnny Two Note kind of nib. So also Went Myth is in the room, and he. Oh, okay. I'm back down to 9%. I think. I think before I crash, I should probably stop. But so show me one more pen. Doesn't have to be a
Show
stop.
you.
You had another
Show
tray.
you one more pen from the tray that I have or anything that
Well,
I've got.
you looked like you had a tray underneath the tray. You were
Yeah,
gonna.
I stacked the two trays that I had earlier, so that's what I did.
I
Is
see.
just, and so this one probably is one of the ones that you don't see too often. It's one of those with the stone on top. It was one of the custom special by Waterman
Yeah.
fluted. This one is a number 14.
So
Yeah,
that was French
this
made, French or English, or was that?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So it does have the two embossed. Uh, I am just blanking out on
Hallmark.
what is
Hallmark. Hallmark.
Hallmark. Yes, yes, Hallmarks on it, and a lovely nib with it. But you don't see this combination too often because this is red molten hard rubber. You often see this in black, and then there is going to be some engraving or some embossed Waterman logo and everything else up here. So I don't know if I could show it, if it's visible or not, but
I don't know if I see it, but that's okay. Um, Sweet.
yeah. So yeah, these are the pens that I have amongst my collection, and then I have older pens that I could share maybe next time if I'm connected
Yeah.
with you in one of the live chat. I mean, I have them, but I'm just concerned about your battery life there on
Well, it's
your
back down
device.
to 9, so I'm okay. So what's the second from the left?
The second from the left,
Sterling
this one right here. This
or
is a
gold?
Sterling. Yeah, this is a Sterling.
I
A force.
72.
Yeah, 472 and a
I hate
half.
you. I hate you. I love you.
Why? What?
No, I'm joking. I just get I just when someone has something I like, I hate them. The first thing is I hate them, and then I learn that you deserve that pen as much as I do.
I
So
have not written with this pen yet, and the reason is because I would prefer to change the nib on it. It's not the original nib that should have been for this pen. It's a later
much more
nib.
modern, yeah.
Yeah, so that's something that I'm gonna have to find it. I acquired it from an individual in UK, and so I would prefer to put something like that. But although the markings on it, the signs here, the Waterman signs are matching what you would normally see here in US. So the way that the Waterman and Sterling is written on it, I find more on the US made pen. I do not know how to identify even um, the dates pattern on the clip is also similar to what you would see in the US based models.
I don't hate you anymore because I have its brother,
Ah, okay. What model
but
is that?
it's a 472. But why are these things here? I wonder.
It's a 472 or 472 and a half.
472 and a half, but I don't understand why someone would do that to the back of the pen.
Yeah, so I've seen weird things when people were trying to make sure that their pens were not stolen,
Where
and
it
they would,
stayed with them, yeah.
yeah, and then they would mark something similar, just completely personalizing it.
Yeah.
That's the best way I could say it,
Yeah.
and they would continue with it that way.
It also makes it less desirable to steal, I suppose, if your pen was somehow uh, 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 damaged, and
Yeah,
someone might. But anyway, it's a lovely pen, and now I'm at 7%, so I do have to say
you
goodbye.
have to say goodbye. Okay,
So we'll catch you later. So very nice
absolutely.
meeting you. Your first name is what?
Omer. My name is Omer. You'll find me on Facebook. You and I are on some of the common groups that we have. So
So
I've also sent you a friend request. It starts with U. Umair.
okay,
Yeah.
cool. What kind of name is that, if I can ask that?
My parents named me. It's a Arabic name. And so the actual pronunciation is Omer. But in English, we could only write it as Umair. Omer.
Umair. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
nice meeting you, Umair, and I'll
Same here.
follow up with your friend request. Goodbye,
And
Clementi, and
it's been
scratch.
pleasure. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye-bye.
Have a great day,
Bye.
everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.